profit as per absorption costing, right? Oh, we want to do the reconciliation. Profit as per AB, which is absorption costing. Coming absorption costing, right? Okay, so AB, right? So the profit as per absorption costing, this is 59,500. This is
81 70.
81,750, right? So we start with opening inventory, right? So we don't have opening here, so we go to February. We go to February, right? We go to February. So you can see the opening here. We will just copy. Let's just copy this. Let's just copy this. Mhm. So, but we'll rearrange it because we are starting from profit as per
Yeah, from
profit.
absorption.
Yeah, absorption costing, right? So we are starting from profit as per absorption costing. So this should come first. 39,000 should come first. Since you are starting from profit as per absorption, then 34,500 should come last. So you can see that if the opening inventory, right, class, if the opening inventory of absorption costing is greater, you add the difference. You add the difference. But if it is lesser, you subtract the difference. But looking at this now, the opening inventory of absorption is 39,000. It's greater than the one of marginal costing, right? You add the difference. That is why
Add it.
opening, yes, you add the difference. So the difference is what?
45.
4,500. So you go to your closing, right? So you copy this. Let's copy this because quickly copy this, right? Inventory in. Let's quickly copy this now. So if you are copying this, you have to make the absorption, the first one, which is
Yeah,
39,000,
okay.
39,000. So you now
39.
make marginal costing to be last, which is
45.
34,500.
500.
500. Now look at the law, right? You change it. If the absorption costing is greater than marginal costing, if the closing inventory of absorption costing is greater, you subtract
Mm.
the difference. You can see minus. You subtract the difference.
Yeah.
But if it is lesser, you add the difference. You can see that absorption costing is greater now. Is that not so?
Yeah.
You subtract
Mm.
the difference. So what is the difference?
45.
4,500.
500.
4,500. Right?
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
4,500. So you now still come here.
Yeah.
Let's copy this now. Let's copy this to this part. So since you are starting from absorption costing, let absorption costing closing inventory should come first. That is 13,000.
Mm.
So this will come last as what? 11,500. Right? Now you see that absorption costing come first. Is that not so?
Yeah.
If the
Mm.
closing inventory of absorption costing is greater, if the
You
closing
add.
inventory if the closing inventory of absorption costing is greater, you subtract it nil. You can see the subtract.
Yeah.
No, this is closing.
Mm.
If it is opening, that is when you will
Closing. Yeah.
add.
Add.
Do you get? Do you get? So
Yes.
if the opening inventory of absorption, if the closing
Even
inventory of absorption
assumption
costing is
is
greater,
written.
right?
Subtract.
You subtract. This is it, subtract. But if it is lesser, you add. Is that not so? Now, the closing
Yeah.
inventory of absorption is 39,000. 13,000 is higher. is greater, you subtract the difference, which is what?
1,500.
1,500. So do you arrive at profit as per marginal costing? Profit as per marginal costing. What do you have?
84, 84,750. Am I correct? Wait, let me check it. Yes.
What do you have? What do you have here?
84,750 naira.
For January,
84. For January, 55,000.
55,000. Thank you. For February,
84,750.
84,750. You can see that
750.
we arrive at the same thing, right?
Yeah,
Is that not so?
yeah,
So whichever
yes.
logic you want to use, please ensure you go back to this video, watch it,
I'll watch it.
watch it very well, right? Watch and watch,
Yeah.
right? Don't forget to share. Please don't forget to share our link to other people, other professional colleagues, right? That intends to write
Thank you very
midwife.
much. I
Guess
really
what?
appreciate
You're welcome. You're welcome. See, guess
Thank
what?
you, sir.
Yeah, we are together. You guys should guess
I
what,
thought
right? The
before.
way we will, yes, thank you. The way we will solve, we will do questions on performance management. It will be very easy for you because every topics, every topics in performance management have its own steps. Once you understand that steps, there's nothing you can't solve. There's nothing. See, when we get to variance analysis, you don't need to cram formula for what. See, we will use your genotype. We will use AA, AB, SS. You can't forget that. That will be our basis of our formula when we get there, right? In our next class, we'll be looking at activity-based costing. In our next class, we'll be looking at what activity-based costing. Don't forget, the reason why activity-based costing came into existence is to replace absorption costing, right? Is to replace the system. We will talk more about that. Now, meanwhile, I have a pre-recorded video, right, on the on all this where is the question sef, where is this? Okay, like these questions here, year one, year two, I have a pre-recorded video. I will upload it tonight. If there's light, I will upload it, right? Year one, year two, I have the pre-recorded video on absorption costing. So you will do the marginal costing, right? I have the one of what is it called, absorption costing.